CES 2026 was bananas, and I saved the best for last. We saw fully autonomous cars, robots, smart gyms, personal care products, full-body haptic suits, and other insane VR gear, incredible massage chairs, wireless kitchen appliances, solar rovers, smart glasses, and tons of other impressive tech. So let's take a look at our favorite things. If you've been following the channel, you know that I love basketball, and while I don't mind practicing on my own, there are so many times where I wish I had someone to rebound the ball for me and pass it back. But that's not always possible, so when I saw the LUMISTAR carry, I had to check it out. This is a movable AI triple camera basketball shooting machine. You simply roll it and put it under the hoop, extend it up, and you're ready to go. After a quick setup that simply involves putting one hand up and then putting your hands in the ready position, the system identifies you and then will only pass the ball to you when you're ready. It automatically tracks where you are and will give you nice crisp passes, and you can even play shooting games with a friend, and the system will alternate between shooters and keep track of the score. Long story short, I need one. Next, we saw Soocas, which I had a chance to check out last year, but didn't have a chance to try. Well, this all changed this year. So this is the Neos 2 Ultra, which flosses, vibrates, and oscillates. All you need to do is fill the water container in the back, and you're good to go. The brush oscillates at 20 degrees to help dislodge debris. It makes 66,000 movements per minute, and now my favorite feature is the built-in flossing. So I wasn't sure how this was going to work because I've never used a water flosser, but after 2 minutes of brushing, the Neos 2 Ultra automatically switches to 80 seconds of flossing, and getting a chance to try these in the experience zone made me want to get one immediately. You just move the Neos 2 Ultra across your teeth and it shoots ultra fine streams of water that left my mouth feeling super fresh. And of course, you can also just use the floss feature independent of brushing. The system comes in 2 colors with a nice travel case, 30-day battery. You can choose between ultra soft and ultra clean brush heads. You can even use it in the shower, and now you have no more excuses for not flossing. If you're looking for the next level in wearable tech, meet the Rokid AI Glasses Style. These were super comfortable to wear. I really love the shape of the frame. Rokid says these are some of the lightest AI glasses, and they come with a ton of interchangeable lens options. So you're not just getting smart glasses that give you access to a whole world of information while keeping your hands free. You're also getting the exact look and function that you want from the lenses themselves, with different colors, tinted lenses to a wide range of lenses which automatically darken in bright sunlight but then become clear when you're indoors. They have a 12 megapixel camera with 3 different aspect ratios, so you're not stuck with just vertical content. They have support for ChatGPT, DeepSeek, or Qwen, so you can choose whichever AI assistant you want, and these offer real-time translation in 89 languages, object recognition, voice memo transcription, and other helpful tools like navigation, notifications, and dictation. I gotta tell you that I super love this demo showing the lenses darkening as a reaction to light. I'll put links in the description to the introductory price during January, which is $299 for a single pair or $398 for the all-day photochromic solution. Eufy showcased their new Omni S2 robot vacuum, which looks super cool and is insanely powerful. They had this demo where you put a cap over the vacuum portion, and the upgraded 30,000 pascals of suction powers were holding this super hefty device in the air. And even when you tried to pry it off yourself, it took a serious amount of effort to get it done. The new Aero Turbo 2.0 has multi-cone cyclone technology, which keeps the filter clean and helps maintain suction power long term. The Omni S2 also electrolyzes the water in order to sterilize tap water, and it generates hypochlorous acid, which is then used to mop the floor. I like that Eufy is using a self-cleaning roller mop here, so it's not smearing stains all over the floor because it's using 2 scrapers to remove dirt from the brush and then clean it as it spins. The mop also extends to the side, so it cleans right up to the edge with 15N downward pressure for tough stains. Another nice feature is the upgraded wheels and chassis, which can raise the vacuum to be able to mop 5cm or 2-inch thick carpets and also easily navigate over challenging thresholds. The Omni S2 uses a dual spiral anti-tangling brush, so it doesn't get all bogged down with long hair or carpet fibers. It has an extending arm to collect dirt from corners. Obviously, it's auto-emptying for water and dirt at the base station, and the base station also washes and dries the mops. Finally, the Omni S2 has integrated aromatherapy, which is something that I haven't seen on any other competing product. The system comes with 3 scented pods, which you can put right into the vacuum, so you're left with a pleasant fragrance throughout your home. Now, I have tons of power banks, but MARSTEK actually had one that worked underwater. I had to see it for myself, but sure enough, plugged in the USB-C cable, the power bank was underwater and my phone was charging. Absolutely love it. Moving on, when I saw the BHAPTIC boots, I just had to check it out. The TechSuit Pro is a premium haptic suit with 32 advanced motors for incredible immersion. I paired it with the Tech Glove DK2 and it was time to get going. It was pretty crazy to feel different items like picking up a ball or pulling a knob. I could actually sense what felt like electrical current moving around when touching certain items, which perfectly aligned with what I was seeing. And even pulling on stretchy materials was accurately conveyed. The beam scanning my body was so cool. I could feel a line moving up and down my entire body, and I can imagine it would be super fun to use when gaming. Now, all of this tech needs power, and this year Jackery showcased not just their power storage solutions, but also some awesome new solar power solutions. Starting out, we looked at the Jackery Solar Gazebo, which isn't just functional for providing shade, it actually has 2,000 watt of solar panels on top. It can connect to the 5,000 plus solar generator if you want a portable solution, or to a home power station. This is a great option for homeowners with limited roof space for solar panels and for situations where the roof isn't the ideal location for solar panels. Next, we looked at the Solar Mars Bot, which is an autonomous robotic rover that will move around your yard or campground to look for the optimal location for sunlight. The upper section houses retractable 300 watt solar panels that can tilt and follow the sun, and it even has follow me mode to provide power as you move around. Last, we looked at the rugged Explorer 1500 Ultra, which is a super rugged portable power station. It has tons of ports, it's drop resistant up to 1 meter or 3 feet, has an IP68 rating for water and dust protection, and is surprisingly compact on light considering that it delivers up to 3600 watt peak output. I then headed over to the Laifen booth to see what was new, and they had this insane setup with hair dryers set up to look like a jet engine. Now, let me tell you that even from way behind the camera, you could still feel the air blowing. And if you needed more proof of how strong these are, check out this wind test with a 500 gram metal ball, which is a little over 1.1 pounds. It absolutely blasted it through the tube. Their newest hair dryer is the Mini, which comes in a ton of colors. It has 3 temperature settings and even a kids mode, which locks it in warm mode to help protect them. And it comes with a magnetic nozzle for everyday styling. Next, we checked out the Wave Pro electric toothbrush, which is an upgraded model from the one I use at home. It comes in 4 materials: stainless steel, aluminum alloy, ABS, and then there is this cool transparent one where you can see the internal components. You can choose between daily and deep clean modes, and the app lets you customize all the different levels, plus it now gives you a brushing report which teaches you about your brushing habits, and the brush head automatically turns away when you place it down to avoid getting splashed when you're washing your hands or face. The final upgrade I love is this new wireless charging base, which is super easy to clean, and the Wave Pro comes with a whitening brush head, a plaque removal brush head, and there's a gum care brush head available as well. Laifen also showcased 2 different wet-dry razor options. The T1 Pro uses 2 magnetic heads, one for shaving and one for trimming. The trimming head also has 3 guard attachments for different length beards. The P3 Pro is a 3-blade electric shaver that uses dual motors, which is better for thicker beards. Both come with travel cases charged with a USB-C cable. I love the look and matte texture. They come in 4 colors. They have an IPX7 rating, so you can use them in the shower and rinse them under a faucet when you're done. And I've got a 10% off code for Laifen in the description. Now, I use thermal imaging for some of my videos to show you where and how much devices heat up. But Guide SenseSmart takes things to a whole new level with their Apex Vision technology. This next-gen thermal imaging system is more precise, and they have models that are used by professionals in sectors like electric power, industrial manufacturing, security monitoring, and scientific research. They have low, mid, and flagship solutions, and what impressed me the most was the range, resolution, and accuracy. The Hammer series was an absolute beast. The build quality was insane. It featured a modular interchangeable lens system so you can measure temperatures at longer distances, and there was even an option for a twin view lens. They also offer monoculars and binoculars designed for hunting and other outdoors activities, and I can't wait to get one of these so I can look into my backyard before letting Mac out so we don't have any more incidents with deer or skunks. Now, I've been more and more interested in the intersection of tech, wellness, and fitness, so I was really curious to check out what Speediance had to offer. The Gym Monster 2 is a compact, all-in-one smart home gym that offers 220 pounds of resistance at your fingertips, literally. Let me explain. The Gym Monster 2 doesn't require a subscription. It's freestanding, so you don't need to mounted to a wall, and it allows you to quickly switch between exercises. Now, dual direct drive engines create the resistance, which feels natural, and this configuration also makes it easier to identify and correct muscle imbalances, which are visually represented on the large touch display. There are 4 resistance modes like standard, eccentric, which increases the weight on the negative portion of the movement, chain, which gradually increases the weight as you approach the top of the movement, and then fixed speed, which is great for safe rehab training. You can change resistance using the touchscreen or the Bluetooth ring, which lets you make adjustments even mid-exercise without having to let go of the bar. There are a ton of available accessories, built-in safety features, no need for tons of dumbbells or heavy weight plates, and the best part, when you're done, you just simply fold it and roll it away. Another fun brand we checked out was Arzopa, and they showcased their latest portable monitors and digital frames. We started out with the Z3 FC, which is a 16-inch portable gaming monitor. It's a 2.5K 180Hz display with 100% sRGB. It's super slim and light, has FreeSync, and it's just plug and play with Windows, Mac, Xbox, PS5, Switch, really anything that you can think of. Next, I had to check out the E1, which is a dual screen portable monitor. Now, you know I'm going to like that based on the setup that I have in the office, and I love having multiple monitors on the go. This dual full HD display is foldable, has options for extended mirror and waterfall modes, and has a low blue light mode to help protect your eyes. Now it's time to look at their complete series of digital frames. There were 10, 14, and 16-inch digital frames with different resolutions, starting with full HD and then going up if you want even better image quality. You can upload images using the app on your phone, a laptop, or even directly from an SD card. These are great at home or your office, and they make for a perfect surprise because you can personalize them before gifting. They look super natural, just like regular frames, and you can like images and even get date, time, and weather information right from the frame. There are a lot of scooters at CES 2026, but the Navi UT5 Ultra X really stood out. It looks like some fancy supercar, has all-terrain capabilities, crazy speeds of up to 43 miles an hour, huge tires for added stability, dual hydraulic suspension, a 75-mile range, which is nuts, and then 2 2400-watt motors. This thing looked awesome, and I just wish there was room to ride it at the show because I would have definitely taken it out for a spin. Another super impressive e-mobility device was the Segway Mayan electric bike. The Mayan may look like a traditional bike, but it has a ton of tech built in. It's a Class 3 bike, but you can select Class 1, 2, or 3 in the app based on what's legal where you live. It's got electronic shifting, which is fantastic for the price, and it means that you just need to choose up or down without having to worry about what gear you're in. The Myron has gyroscopic sensors plus torque and cadence sensors, so the bike knows how fast you're going, but also whether you're going up or downhill. There's no lag when you start your ride going up or downhill. There's an optional rear view radar for automotive blind spot detection, just like you have in your car, and it comes with real-time alert lights on the handlebar. And if you want to, you can actually have the seat automatically lower when you come to a stop so you can comfortably put your feet down. We also saw a super cool cordless kitchen appliance power standard called Key. So there's this power source attached under the counter. There's no need for a cutout. This is just for display purposes. And then the compatible appliances can simply be placed on the counter and receive wireless power. If you remove the appliance while it's working, it will stop working. As you can see with this blender, when I placed it back down, there's a safety feature that will require me to turn it off and then turn it back on. You can integrate it into an induction cooktop as well, and there's lots of positioning freedom, and it works with any non-conductive materials up to 4 centimeters thick. Now, if you're in a household with multiple AirPods and you never know which one is yours, AirSkins has a fun solution. They developed a ton of different skins, and most important, a templated applicator, so you can get everything perfectly aligned every time. And these aren't your typical stickers, they're durable and scratch resistant. Next, I saved the body friend for the last day of CES because I knew that's when I would need it the most. The 733 is the most advanced massage chair that we saw at CES. And let's be real for a second, it totally gives off a Transformers Bumblebee vibe. I expected it to be great, but it was even better. My entire body, back, legs, arms, and feet were treated to a firm and relaxing massage, and there were stretching movements built in for improved mobility. I love the stretch that I got in my shoulders when the arms were moving up, and after 3 days of 20,000 steps, the foot massage was intense yet incredibly helpful. So last year I had a chance to take my first Waymo ride, and I absolutely loved the experience. I made a short about it, which got a pretty strong reaction, so I was curious to see what was new at Waymo. What first caught my eye was the newly rebranded Zeekr RT robo-taxi, which is now known as the Ojai, and apparently it will greet customers by saying, "Oh, hi," and then their name. Waymo also reflected their partnership with Hyundai with the Ioniq 5, and there were hints at planned expansion to several US cities include Dallas, Miami, Washington, D.C., Nashville, and then even an international one in London. But what if you want your own robocar? Say hello to Tensor, the world's first personal robocar. And ownership is not the only difference between the two. Where the Waymo fleet consists of retrofitted cars, Tensor was built from the ground up as an L4 autonomous vehicle. And it shows. When in self-driving mode, the steering wheel stows into the dash and the center screen slides over to keep it out of view, and even the foot pedals retract into the body. That creates a ton of space with no moving parts and also prevents the driver from being startled, grabbing the steering wheel, or slamming on the pedals. One of the things that I love the most is that because Tensor isn't retrofitting an existing car, the sensors are incorporated into the design much more subtly. Now, of course, you can still see them, but they are significantly less intrusive to the overall design. And speaking of that, there are more than 100 sensors, including LiDAR, radar, cameras, and external microphones. And Tensor implemented self-cleaning mini wipers, retractable nozzles, high-pressure pumps, and anti-fog heating to keep the sensors clean in challenging weather. There's a built-in AI agent, so you can just talk to the car or the app instead of typing or using the touchscreens. You can ask it to pick someone up from their house, drop you off at the airport, and then return home. And you can also control the cabin and other car features by saying things like close the trunk or open the door. Right now, these are set for production at the end of 2026, and I can't wait to take my first ride. Got links in the description in case you want to learn more about any of the things that we saw. You know what I always say? Buy it nice or buy it twice.